Hi folks, and a very warm welcome to my channel. I'm here in Stirling today and I'm just about to do the 246 step walk up to the top of Wallace's Monument. But first I've got the walk up to the monument, which is a bit of a leg burner. It's quite a steep hill. The Wallace's Monument itself is set on a cliff top, so let's go up to the top. There is a cafeteria at the bottom of Wallace's Monument. They do breakfasts and lunch. If you don't want to take the walk up to Wallace's Monument, the steep walk, then you can get a shuttle bus. It's a free shuttle bus up to the top. There is a small area out the back if you want to sit outside in the cafeteria. So I'm just going to start the walk now. And here we go. You see Wallace's Monument up the top here. And that's where we're heading to. So just going to start the walk down at the cafeteria. So let's take the path now. So I've just came off the beaten track a bit. There was a signpost for a viewpoint, and the viewpoint looks onto Dumayet. It's a hill I've climbed on one of my previous vlogs. You can have a wee look at that if you feel like it. And I'm about probably halfway there just now, so I'm just going to follow back on the main path, and I can see Wallace's Monument just through the trees here. So I'm just going to continue my journey. As I make the climb up the Abbey Craig to the Wallace Monument, these carvings along the way are absolute genius. This is the Wallace Way, a trail of 11 sculptures hand carved by the artist Ian Chalmers. He did them mostly with a chainsaw, which is wild when you see the level of detail up close. It's like a 10,000 year history walk. You start in the Ice Age, past a prehistoric quail, because this whole valley used to be underwater, and then you're dodging Vikings and Romans on your way up. There's even the Stirling jug, which was the official way to measure a pint back in the day, but my absolute favourite has to be this mini monument carving near the top. It's so intricate and perfect meta moment before you reach the real thing. The best way to sneak in some history while you're tackling the hill. Almost there, and the views are opening up. So just reaching the top now, and you've got this excellent viewpoint from up the top here. There's the little bus stop just at the top of Wallace's Monument. Got a great viewpoint from the top of Wallace's Monument here. The viewpoint overlooks the castle away in the distance. And you can even see as far as Ben Lomond away in the distance there. Very clear day to see out to the mountains. I'm about to enter the Wallace's Monument. The monument is open daily, though hours vary slightly throughout the year. In March it's 10 AM till 5 PM. Last admission is always an hour before closing. An adult is £11.65 and a child is £7.30. So here we go, 464 steps to the top. So I just reached the first floor here, and it's the Hall of Arms, and this is where we can see the Wallace's sword. The Hall of Arms on the first floor also has a video set up, which you can watch how the Battle of Stirling Bridge commenced and unfolded. The Wallace sword provides a historical link to William Wallace. The sword was installed in the National Wallace Monument in 1888, after years languishing in Dumbarton Castle, where Wallace had been taken after his capture in 1305. In 1505, King James of Scotland ordered the sword to be refurbished. A recent examination of the sword blade, which has been repaired several times, dates it to the 13th century. Well folks, as you can see, the sword is about the same height as me, and I'm 6'2". So I've made it to the second floor, and this is a Hall of Heroes. It's essentially Scotland's original Hall of Fame. Surrounding the room are these striking marble busts of men and women who shaped the nation. You've got Robert the Bruce and Robert Burns taking pride of place, alongside pioneers like Mary Slessor. The highlight for me in this room, I think, was Robert the Bruce's 5-foot replica sword in the case here, which was rather stunning. I've made it to the third floor, and this is called the Royal Chamber. This is where you really feel the intensity of the Battle of Stirling Bridge. The room is all about the tactics. You can see how Wallace and Moray used the loop in the river to trap the English army. It's a complete deep dive into medieval warfare, showing the weapons and the sheer grit it took to win against the odds. Standing here, you realise it wasn't just about strength, it was about the genius of using the Scottish landscape as a weapon. Now it's time for the final push to the top. So I've just came from the Royal Chamber and I'm at the top of the monument just now, so let's explore and see what the views are like from the top here. Leaving the Royal Chamber behind you, you can immediately feel the difference. The air gets noticeably cooler and the daylight starts flooding in through this curved windy corridor. Look at the stonework here, the blocks get much larger and more rugged as we approach the summit. It's narrow, it's atmospheric, and you can actually hear the wind whistling through the masonry. I've finally made it to the crown of the monument, and from here you get a bird's eye view of where the Battle of Stirling Bridge took place on the 11th of September 1297. The landscape below you witnessed the first victory of a Scots army over an English one in generations. William Wallace and Andrew de Moray used clever tactics to lead their men to victory. The English had more troops and experience but suffered from poor leadership. The English took up a position below the castle, while the Scots waited across the river. Twice, the English started to cross Stirling Bridge, but then retreated. The third time, the Scots launched a surprise attack before the English had finished crossing. The Scots trapped the English in the loop of the river and the bridge was destroyed. The Scots got off lightly, but many English died. What a great view you get from the top here. Fantastic 360 view all around Stirling. You can see the Oakhill Hills. Very lucky there's no one else up here, so feels like I've got the whole of Wallace's monument to myself right now. And I'm just going to spin the camera around here. You'll see Stirling Castle away in the background there. So great view onto the castle from here as well. So I'm just going to head down from Wallace's monument and I'm going to pop into Stirling and we can have a look at the town centre, and I'm going to pop into a very nice restaurant there which I would like to recommend. There is a few of these picnic tables dotted around if you're looking to bring your own food up to the monument. Well, I've just took the short 5-minute drive from Wallace's monument to Stirling, the town centre, and getting a bit hungry, so I've picked an Indian restaurant. If you've watched quite a few of my videos, you'll see I'm quite prone to going to Indian restaurants. So the one I go to is a family favourite. It's called Spice Gardens. So let's just head to Spice Gardens. So just at Spice Gardens now, and just coming up to 3 o'clock, so it's open from 12 till 3 at lunchtime, so just made it in time. I'm going to pop in here. So they do a business lunch in the Spice Garden. It's open from 12 till 3 and plenty to pick from here. And a 3-course is $10.95. Good value that. So I've just ordered my food and I've went for the cauliflower pakora, I've went for the lamb bhuna curry, and I've went for the rice and ice cream. So all that for $10.95, not too bad. So let's see what this looks like. So the cauliflower pakora has arrived, and it's also served with some dips here. We've got 4 different dips to pick from. Good choice. So the cauliflower pakora was very tasty, and now I'm on to the lamb bhuna, and the rice has came as well, so just going to tuck into that. So really enjoyed the lamb curry, and just going to top that off with some vanilla ice cream. So after all that nice food in Spice Gardens, I've decided to walk up by the castle, try and walk off some of these calories. I think I need to walk a bit further than that, right enough. This is Broad Street I'm heading up just now. As you can see, it's cobbled, this street, heading up to the castle. Just coming up to one of my favourite viewpoints in Stirling, and it's right up the top of the high street, and it overlooks the castle. So it's a fabulous view from this viewpoint. You can actually see Wallace's Monument away over there, and looking onto the castle just to the left. And from here you can actually see all the way down to Loch Lomond. Such a clear day today, you can see for miles. So way down the bottom there you've got Ben Lomond. What a place to come and eat your sandwiches. This must be the best located bench in Stirling. Well folks, hopefully you enjoyed my video today. If you have, if you give me a big thumbs up, and if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. Until the next one folks, bye for now.